All righty. Let's see if that fixes it. Now I'll just wait for people to catch up. Okay. So Jack, hey, there you go, Fat Man. Yeah, just when all else fails, reboot. Too funny. And that's technology for you. It comes and it goes. Does what it wants to do. So let's lit this. So I don't know how much you caught on this or not. But this is a candelier. Get them on eBay. They're usually around 30, 40 bucks. I usually wait until they're on sale. And they put out a lot of light and they put out a lot of heat. Now, like they're rated at what they say is 5,000 BTUs. I don't know how accurate that is. Rudy at Alaska Prepper did a lot of work with it, where he had a couple of them in his little shed area, and it kept it fairly warm. In the winter, I'll put two of them in the bathroom, so I don't have to kick up the thermostat up high, and I'll come back about a half hour later, have the bathroom, 4 or 5 degrees warmer. So currently I have 3 of those. Here, let me bend this down a little bit. There we go. I have 3 of those. I have probably 2,500 of tea candles. So I have plenty. So now let's cut up the peppers. Remember, this is an excellent source of vitamin C. It's not really for cutting peppers. Yeah, it's just for cutting peppers. So it's good for what ails you, as they say. My food bucket's almost full again. It doesn't take long. So I'll carry that out with me when I go to check on the greenhouse, which will be after this live stream. Hey, Proper Cowboy. Brother, good to see you. I haven't seen you in Coon's age. So we had the unboxing, my 2 knives, my ferric chloride, the acid stain the knife I've been working on. I don't know if you've been following those ones under this old knife. And I'll be working on that probably tomorrow, because my belt sander should come in today, along with the extra belts. Now, when you look at making homemade blades, I know when people go to like the Beetle fairs and they're selling them, and here a lot of people go, wow, those are expensive. Well, there's, for a person to know what he's doing, there's probably at least 40 man hours into making a good blade. And I'm guessing, I know on, Forge and Fire, they make it in 4 or 5 days, but I'm sure when they're doing it themselves, they're spending at least 40 to 60 hours making a blade. So I bought 3 of them for my kids from a guy out in by St. Louis, but still on the Illinois side. And oh man, were they just something else? I've showed them before. I still have my daughters here and my sons. I need to get them back to them. But they were wickedly sharp, light, and lethal. And I paid $500 each for them. And it was worth every penny. And he usually charged $800, but because I was a veteran and all 3 of my kids were, he gave me a break. And I know that sounds like a lot of money, but when you have that blade in your hand, you know it's easily worth what he charged. No regrets at all. So I'm gonna hit the peppers the jalapenos a little heavier than I usually do. And that should help open up the old sinuses. Samurai style blades. Let me see, I gotta catch up here. 3 of those at 20, 20, and they kept it 55 inside for. I watched that one too, Pepper Cowboy. Yep. No, it's not. No, one was a dagger for my youngest. Another one was a Bowie for my oldest daughter, and the third one was a sax, Viking sax type. So they're more of your large handheld ones, and but wickedly sharp. I had them on a live stream before, and I'll take a quick peek and see if I remember where I put my daughters. If I can find it in like a minute, I'll do it. If not, it'll be my next live stream. So now I couldn't find it right away. It'll take some searching. So for the jalapenos, I got butter to cook it in. Hey, Ark Wild Man, how we doing? So I got the candelier going, got 2 tea lights going. My 2 cheapy knives showed up. I had bought 2, gave one to the wife. On the way back from Arizona, I got compensated, whatever that word is. Because she brought it with her. And she wasn't supposed to do that. So they took it. I'm just happy they didn't throw her in jail. Alright, so the sausages are done. So when you're fighting a cold, you need lots and lots and lots of calories. And I notice I've been eating a lot more food to fight it. So I'm going to saute it in butter. And then I'll throw the eggs in there afterwards. And remember, hit the thumbs up again on take 2. I don't know what happened with take 1. And so I've chopped up green peppers and jalapenos. And that's about a cup's worth. So that provides me about 180%. Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't know enough about them. But yeah, my stainless blade does hold an edge for a very long time. So I think you're right. I think with so many other steels, and I got to do some research. And I'm still new at this. I've got some blades, some metal that I've collected. I don't even know what the metal is. Be curious what type of blade I get out of it. But it'll probably be at least a year of experimenting before I start offering any of them for sale. I've got a big learning curve yet. So I got the peppers going. So you're not getting a lot of calories from the peppers, but you are getting vitamin C. I'm getting magnesium, potassium. I'm getting really. Deborah, how we doing? Thanks for coming in. Happy Halloween. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up. This is take 2. The first one started going that spinning wheel of death. So it's in the 30s today. After this live stream, I'll go out to the greenhouse and see what the temperature is like. And it's gonna be a quick video. I don't think I'm gonna try to throw any more in there. Yeah, but not at first. Not at first. I need to get a welder to do Damascus. And I need to get comfortable forging. So what I have a single burner forge, which I've purchased. I have a small anvil. I want to get a bigger one later. My son-in-law has got a dual burner forge and a larger anvil, but that's in Arizona. And I want to get 2 or 3 attempts in first before I try Damascus. Damascus is cool. It doesn't make the blade any sharper. It just makes it look cooler. Basically what Damascus does. Damascus blades look cool. But you don't need to make a Damascus to make a sharp blade. A good old leaf spring from a car will make you a very nice blade. What is nice is I'm still getting the peppers from my plants. Nice and fresh. Tomatoes are done. Potatoes obviously are done. I do have some greens out there. And greens, lettuce in your salad greens will grow almost until the first snow. So I don't have to worry about those. I can just clip them off and add them to some salads. But yeah, it's not different colored steels. It's just different types of steels. And then when you acid wash them, they show their different properties. just the aroma of those jalapenos being sauteed is kind of tickling the nose. So I just do a quick heat on it. It does help it your body to get more of the nutrients out of it. I'm not going for a full cook. I wanted to get up really early like I did yesterday, but I just couldn't do it. I needed to sleep. Yesterday I was out of bed at 5:30. Mostly because I couldn't breathe. So I had to take a hot shower just to be able to breathe. So I got the pink salt here, Himalayan salt. And what's different about this is it has a lot of trace minerals that you need: manganese, magnesium, potassium, iron, things like that. So it is a little bit better than regular salt, although I do use iodine salt. I do need iodine. Now, people say you got to be worried about your salt intake. Yeah, you do. But I was watching this guy and says, don't blame salt for what sugar does. So when you have a high sugar diet, the sugar actually locks the salt in your body and causes problems. If you don't have a high sugar diet, you pretty much, the salt passes through you. Now you still need sugars, but generally our diets, the American diet is way too heavy in it. So I try to limit it. That's why I have the Fairlife milk. I'm not drinking milk right now because of the sinuses. I'm gonna wait until the end of the week before I start going back on that. So basically what I've been drinking is water. And at night before I go to bed, I'll have, I still have some Pedialyte mix, which I'll probably order another case of that. And that's helped keep me from cramping up in the legs. Also, an aspirin at night helps you keep from cramping up. I don't know why, but it does a trick. Every time my wife gets a cramp, I give her an aspirin and it goes away. It is. No work. It is going to be fun. And that's part of enjoying life, is trying new things. Now, Forged and Fires obviously was my catalyst for wanting to do this, but I was always kind of interested in it. You know, anytime we go to some of these old towns and that where they have a farrier, and they have one down in Utica, I'd always go visit. I bought some wrought iron stuff from the guy in Utica, Doug, which I got to get hung up one of these days. When the wife and I are both home, we will do that Saturday, and that's where I'm going to hang my Claymore, because the hangers I had before were just not sturdy enough, and now I got two big ones that should do the trick. Now he uses a forge that uses coke, not coal, but coke. Mine's gonna be propane. And then if I get into it, if it gets to the point where it's actually starting to bring back money into my investment, then I might upgrade. But right now it's fun. It's not something I plan that I'm going to, I'm not gonna retire doing this. Now that guy in just outside of St. Louis, and I'm trying to remember the town. Tompkins Forge is his name. He's got so many blades that he doesn't even take orders anymore. And he wasn't even going to take my order. But when I told him they were for my kids, and I told him the history of, you know, my dad being in the Army through 2 wars, and my wife's dad being in the Marines during the Vietnam era, wasn't over Vietnam, but during the era, and me being in the Army, and all 3 of my kids, 2 in the Navy, 1 in the Air Force, he decided to do it. And we did it over time. I would send him $25, $50 a month until I paid the $1,500 off, and then he made them. And Oh, they're gorgeous. I have the Vikings uh, one up in the gun safe, so maybe I'll bring that down my next live stream. Hi Banks. Yeah, Banks wants to come in, and it's not happening. So breakfast is ready. This is water. I'm going to repurpose. It actually now it's warm in here. I can take this off. Like I said, the thermostat's only set at 63. But I guarantee you it's probably about 68 here in the kitchen because of the cooking and because of the candles. Probably more of this one. I mean, that I can feel the heat on that. Like I said, they rate them for 5,000 BTUs. I don't know if they are, but they do put out, this puts out more than 3 of these. And it could be by design too. And if I set a little cup there, eventually the water would boil. It would probably take a long time. If I can find out. I do have a stainless steel cup. I can use this one. There we go. Not my stainless steel one. Here's my stainless steel one. But this is good enough. So I got a little thing of water in here. I'll set it on top. It's 10:53. And we'll see how long it takes to boil. Or at least get up to a warm temperature. Never know. It could happen. So there's my unboxing. Got the ferric chloride. Got the 2 knives I ordered. And today, I should get my belt sander and probably about 50 belts. I did order quite a few of them, but I know I'll go through them. And I think once I get that up and running correctly, it should be, I should have the handle done. Hopefully, if everything goes out well, I'll have the handle shaped by tomorrow, and then possibly the blade polished up. We'll see how fast it goes. And then I'll probably wait. I can put 1 coat of stain on it. I picked up some painter's tape so I can tape around there so the stain stays only where I want it. I got the black stain, I got the red stain, I got clear. But, I want the stains to dry for a full day between coats. So hopefully I'll have a finished product sometime by the end of next week. That is my plan. No hurry in it. This blade has already been made. Now, we didn't forge this one. This one we made in a machine shop. Back in the, 84, 85. When I went and visited my buddy down in Florida. And so we took a piece of 440 tool steel, we cut it out, we cut it to shape, we ground in the blade. We heated it in a campfire to red hot, and then we quenched it. Now we did quench it in water. Back then, that's when you do it. Now everybody quenches in oil. What? I've thrown that thing in the woo! Oh, that was a hot one. Okay. Oh my goodness. I think I bit in about 3 of those jalapenos all at the same time. Wow. Charcoal briquettes, yep. Yep, he is. Wow. Mm. Mm. So, hardwood is supposed to be able to get hot enough. And we did that in a campfire with just hardwood. You just need the right amount of heat. Kind of on a similar subject, but going off the rails a little bit. I have a classmate who's a firefighter. He retired. He was one of the people that blew at 9/11 with the stage, and because it wasn't hot enough for towers collapse, steel melts at X amount of degrees, and the fuel only burns at this amount of degrees. And so, number one, it doesn't matter what the fuel burns at. Wood burns at 440 degrees. I'll guarantee you, a big bonfire, after it's getting going for a good 15, 20 minutes, is far, far hotter than 440 degrees. And you don't need to melt steel for it to fail. You just need to get it hot. And I said, as a firefighter, I thought you would know this. I can put steel in the campfire and pull it out after an hour, and I can bend it. Anybody can. So remember, you don't have to melt something for it to fail. You just have to weaken it. Yeah, I hit a hot patch there. But that was the whole idea. I can feel it opening up my sinuses. So yeah, when you're fighting a cold, you need to eat a lot of food. Your body needs energy. Oh, that's awesome, Jack. That is awesome. Any chance you have any of those horseshoes that he made? So that would be a family heirloom. Because I got a bunch of family heirlooms. I got the planer of my great grandfather. I got my dad's knife. Yeah, if you had a couple of those horseshoes, that'd be great. I don't know if I can reach it, but my grandpa bean had a dairy. So my grandpa bean back in the 30s and 40s had a dairy. And this is one of the bottles for it. So it says 1 quart liquid, Beans Dairy, Bend, Michigan. And it's got the B etched into it. And I managed to get this. Oh, there we go. So good healthy breakfast. Pop up. Multivitamin. I already had my elderberry this morning. I will take C and zinc and D3 throughout the day. Just to get my immune system at the top of the line. So with that, thanks for making it to take 2. All righty. You guys have a wonderful day. Remember, stay safe, stay alert. For us in the States, stay strapped. Oh, there we go. I had to catch it up. Well, the helmet's pretty cool. Thank you, Jack. And I am. I feel the recovery coming. I just got to stay on track. And I should be right as rain by the end of the week. The sun's out. I'm going to go check on the greenhouse. And I don't think I'm going to throw any leaves in there right now. Just don't want to relapse, don't want to push it. So everybody, thanks for coming in. Preferable Cowboy, good to see you. It's been a while. Jack, Michael, and Batman. Ray. Yeah, I need to hit the jail, Jim. Gotta go back to jail. All right, everybody. Have a great week.